you know what? She called up Chrissy, and Chrissy said, listen, I'm going to give you a guy that I would have him treat my own home, which was us. We went in there, we fixed the problem, they followed up with the dog, everybody was happy. Nobody at the end when we're done ever says, oh my God, how much money I spent. Everybody always says, thank you very much. We appreciate it. You gave us back our life. Because that's what people basically want. Does anybody else have any questions? Just, well, I'll get to you, but I just want to see if anybody else. Anybody else? Yes. Yes.
You're a landlord and you have an empty apartment, you have Dana Scent Protection come in, survey the apartment, make sure it's clean, you rent the apartment, and 6 months later, your tenant calls you up and says, I am bedbugs.
You know, this is a very interesting thing. So landlords get in the building to be able to make an investment, to maybe retire, and this is something new to landlords. Landlords didn't bring bed bugs into the apartment. All of a sudden, I would never want to be an investor this day. I'm going to tell you a story that's going to blow your mind. But what happens is the New York State law says now, that you have to disclose to your tenant by law in New York State if they ever had a bed bug problem in that building or that dwelling. And you know what? I don't know about chargebacks. I know in New Jersey you also have to take care of it. If the tenant goes and reports you to the township, you will get a fine if you don't take care of it. I don't know as far as chargebacks, what you're legally able to do. I can tell you that we were treating a 4-family house in Perth Amboy, New Jersey. People downstairs live very clean, very nice. We've been treating it for years. People upstairs are slobs. You can't be more sloppy than these people. And I happen to ask them, do you have bed bugs? Because I can't go in the bedrooms. I'm telling you, the clothes are this high. Women's never. It's anything you can imagine. It's horrible. Well, it turns out the people upstairs, they leave. They move 3 houses over. The guy calls me up a month later and says, Scott, you remember you gave me your card? I used to live next door. I got bed bugs. I come and take a look. It's a brand new, well, not a brand new house, but the guy, the investor, he really did the right thing. He fixed it up. They came and they infested that house with bed bugs. The guy says to me, I can't even sleep in this house no more. I'm going to leave everything out. I says, listen, it's your fault. You're the one who did it. So most of the time, you're going to find the tenants are going to play that they're victims. They're going to be victims. It's going to be your responsibility. You're not going to like it. This is where I would recommend, and I have it in my book. And honestly, anybody who didn't buy my book should definitely have a copy of my book. Listen, it's $14.95. It's going to save you hundreds of dollars. And believe me, I'm not going to be rich off your $14.95. It was written with 23 years of experience for you, and it has a conversation in there, an interview with Dana. You're going to want to listen to what Rick has to say.
We're actually giving one away, those red tickets that you have, and we're going to do that.
I would say that if you're is anybody here, any property owners that has multiple family houses, other than you, I would say that basically I would get a letter from my tenant before they move in. I see him in the back. I would get a letter from my tenant saying, you know what, I've had my apartment looked at and inspected, and here's a letter of certification from a pest control company. It's been looked at, it's been inspected, and this way I have no problem.
We do that with the dogs. When we do an apartment or something, we'll give you a certification that this dog has been, this apartment has been inspected by a canine scent detection dog at this date. There have been no bed bugs found at this point. Put it in your lease.
But I'm going to tell you something. In all honesty, even if it says that, you're still going to go for a bed bug treatment. Yes.
No, is that for occupied units also?
Unoccupied before they're due to be rented.
Yeah.
So you
can present that for your new tenant that this has been. We're proactive. We had a scent detection dog come in. We're renting you an apartment that has no bed bugs.
When you do heat treatment, do you have the customer sign any kind of waivers that they're not responsible for?
Well, there's always an agreement in place. Of course, there's an agreement in place that we're not responsible for certain things. It's not our goal to burn your house down. We haven't done it up to date, thank God. I hope not. You know what I mean? I can't even tell you. Is it possible a picture, this and that, can get damaged? It can happen. It's not impossible or unlikely. But anything, whether you're doing a general pest control treatment with us, or you're doing heat, or you're doing climate, you're always going to sign some kind of agreement. It's going to say what we're responsible for, the amount of time we're responsible for, and what are the expectations. So there are other speakers that are going to be here. I'm going to let them talk. At the end, we're going to have a Q&A. We're all going to come back up. Those of you who want to stick around, you can pick our brains. I am going to encourage you, listen, my book is on sale on my website at $20 plus $5 shipping. If you think possibly that you're never gonna get bed bugs, I'm sorry to tell you, there's more of a likelihood at this day and age, what we're going through, that you are and aren't. I'm not saying that to scare you, but you have the tools, and part of the tool is understanding what you're up against. And the book Bite Back is gonna help you with that. So I'm Scott, you're not. Thank you for your time. We'll see you later.